You are about to enter the Red and Rev Sports Show experience. Get ready for some real sports talk from some real sports fans who were real sports athletes who have sports knowledge.
Oh, what's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to episode 419. Wow, we got a packed show for you today. I don't know if it's packed, but anyway, we got some stuff to talk about. If you give me a little groggy, trying to wake myself up this morning, but we're gonna have some Travis Hunter discussion. Mostly gonna be into that NBA playoff preview of ours. We're gonna have some baseball talk. A little discussion about some of the teams that were eliminated, and probably gonna get into some NFL off the field discussion. But anyway, I'm going to get this show started so I can go on and get into my mode, get myself together. But anyway, episode 419, about to do it again. Let's bring it. Episode 419 begins right now.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Red and Rev Sports Show. Red and Coach are coming to you live from the ATL
Show.
While the Good Reverend's coming to you live from east side of Pennsylvania, that'd be Coatesville, Pennsylvania, 50 miles outside of Philadelphia. We come to give you real sports talk because we are real sports fans who are real sports athletes who have what? Gentlemen, real sports knowledge. So hang out with your boys, Red, Coach, and maybe some others for episode 420 of the Red and Rev Sports Show. And as is our sports custom, we're going to turn our numbers attention to the numerologist on our panel, Coach Patrick Thomas, to give us someone dealing with those three digits, 4, 2, and 0. What do you have for us, Coach?
Yes, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Yes, this is the infamous 420 episode of the Red and Rev Sports Show. And if you are in the area of social media and whatever, you know what 420 stands for some people in the lexicon of society. But will you be surprised to know that 420 is actually, and I'm going to use it, the first day of NFL drug testing. They have designated April 20th, 420, as the first day of NFL drug testing. So hang on to that if you want to. That's my number for today, Rev. I'm sorry, but I saw that and had to laugh. I had to post that for today for my number, 420.
All right. I wasn't expecting that. That's for sure. Where did you get that information from, Coach?
I saw it on the internet on Google, and I couldn't believe it. I had to go back and look at it twice. I had to refer. I said that can't be right, and it popped up again. 420 is the first day of NFL drug testing. You can do a check if you want to. You'll see it on there, and you just start laughing like I did.
So they basically have ruined the parade of what 420 means in general.
Basically, for NFL players,
Okay.
they're like, hey, we got something for y'all. Y'all go and celebrate. We're going to celebrate too.
All right. Well, we're not going to keep this show being drug infested. We're going to keep it moving. Keep it moving. Let's say hello to everybody. Again, we welcome everybody to the Red and Rev Sports Show. We're glad that you've come. If you don't mind, as you come in, like and share this broadcast, like and share. Who knows, your share might bring somebody else to the Revanite Nation. As we talk about the Revanite Nation, we want to welcome that nation. And we say welcome. We encourage you to post. Let us know that you're tuning in so we can give you a shout out. And also, during the course of the show, please let your comments be made known. I see one comment from Revanite Nation. Let's welcome the Pope, Maurice Thrower. Good morning, sir. We appreciate you, and we thank you for coming back off of your sabbatical. So we appreciate that. And he bangs the gavel since the vice president is not here to bang the gavel. So we thank you, Mr. Prime Minister, for holding it down. And you can see that he got Marlins fever. So he's feeling some kind of way in Miami.
Oh, yeah.
His post is about Miami. I believe this is Dante Armstrong coming in. What's up with you, brother Dante? Glad to have you. If there's anybody else tuning in, please don't be shy. Let us know that you're tuning in to one of the best sports shows on Facebook and YouTube, the Red and Rev Sports Show, featuring Coach Patrick Thomas. All right, man, let's keep this train moving. We always begin our show after we do Red's monologue and Coach's number with what we call our dope, nope, and cope moments for the respective sports week. This is where we give our best moment, which we call our dope moment, the moment where we're still shaking our head. We call that our nope moment, and something that we're still trying to wrestle our minds around. That's what we call our cope moment. With that being said, let's jump right into it. And Rebel Knight Nation, we're definitely wanting your comments on today. And I tried to stay away from it, but the president just could not help himself with this comment. Where is Red's 420 celebration? Oh, Lord. I knew somebody wasn't going to let us move on from that topic without posting something of that nature. All right, but the president, like you do it, you came in at the VP briefly in the building, leaving around 11 a.m. Thanks to the PM for banging the gavel to begin another fire session of the Red and Red Sports Show. Rebel Knight Nation, rise up. And thank you, Mr. Vice President, for giving the Prime Minister some props. Oh, I'm sorry. This is Dante. It's Dante. Yeah, I thought it was Dante tuning in from YouTube. I thought it was Dante Armstrong. Yeah. When I saw Armstrong, I thought that was you. One of Auburn's faithful right there tuning in. All right, let's do this real quickly. We're going to get ready to do our dope, nope, and cope moments for this week. Red stepped away for a second. So, Coach, let's start with you, sir. What are you doping on?
I'm doping on two people, Mike Trout and Aaron Judge, who put on they were at the home run derby, put on a display this week when they played each other, and they were banging them out like clockwork. I said, golly, can they do this all year? We will see. But right now, they have established themselves as the home run hitters with that display. I think they had like a total of 8-9 home runs between them. So I'm going to give my dope moment to both of them.
Excellent. Absolutely excellent.
Ray, what are you doping on, sir?
I'm doping on the fact that my Hawks and Lakers are both entering in the playoffs in the first round with house money. Neither one of them was expected to win this series. So anything happens positive, I know it was an upset. But like I say, I'm glad they both made the playoffs, especially with the Lakers being injured down the stretch and the Hawks losing their most important big man. But hey, they still in the first round. So that's why I say make the playoffs. Anything can happen. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen. But they still both playing with house money. Neither of them are favored in this series. So we're gonna talk a little bit more about it though. But that's what I'm doping on right now.
Oh, yeah.
I got a dope on Adam Silver implementing the play-in game. I mean, there were 4 great play-in games, a sense of nostalgia in the Golden State game because Steph Curry doing Steph Curry things, which made Golden State look better than what they've been looking all season long. And for one night only, we saw vintage Golden State. So big ups to Adam Silver. The Heat Hornets game went into overtime. That game was decided by 1 point. The Trailblazers Suns game was good. That game ended with a 4-point win. The Warriors Clippers game was good. That ended in a 5-point victory. And the 76ers Magic game was closer than the final score as the Sixers won by 12 points. So big ups to Adam Silver in the NBA with the play-in games. They were fire.
Oh, yeah.
Red, what are you noping on, sir?
Believe it or not, I am noping on the fact that wrestling, the WWF, and all the wrestling federations are still active, still going strong to this day. As you can tell, I am not a wrestling fan. I thought this sport would have been discontinued, castrated, destroyed years ago. And in fact, these folks are still going strong. WrestleMania, WWF Raw, all over the Netflix, all over TV, high ratings. God, Don't you folks get tired of that make believe stuff? That doggone wrestling, all that makeup, that made up stuff, and then they coming on TV all this week talking about something.
All right. Looked like Vince McMahon didn't like what he was saying. We got the mannequin challenge. Let me remove him until he unfreezes. I was about to say to Red, that's the problem. You're looking at it as a sport rather than as entertainment. And then also, there it is. He's back. Yeah. Are you back, man? Oh, no, he ain't back. Yeah, it's WWE now, Red. It's not the WWF. World Wrestling Entertainment. And it's entertainment, man.
They making money.
On top of money. And who would ever thought WrestleMania would be what it is? It's a 2-day event now, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's just crazy. All right, let me go to my note moment. I got a note on the Dallas Wings.
Not the Wings.
When they brought in, first of all, I got a note on them drafting Sister Fudd. I'm sorry, Sister Fudd. In my opinion, from what I've been seeing, she was not the best player in the draft. That's number one. Number two, I got a note on them where you got two players who've been known to be romantically linked together. They've let the world know that. And then all of a sudden, it's off base as a question. And basically, the reporter who was trying to ask the question was saying, you know, with this dynamic that we all know about, in essence, that y'all made public, have you all had a chance to talk to other couples to basically see how you can manage it so it won't be a hindrance to the team? So that's a fair question. And I know Red is not a big Jemele Hill fan, but on her podcast, Politics, I got to give her credit that she brought this topic up for discussion. And I think it's only fair that the reporter did their job and asked the question, because everybody knows the main reason why Sister Fudd was drafted was because of Paige Becker, and that's probably who she wanted for more than just basketball reasons. So let's keep it a buck. And let's understand the reporter wasn't asking the question to be messy. They were asking the question to get real insight on something that the two ladies made public themselves. So I got a note on the Dallas Wings for how they handled the question that was given to Sister Fudd by they didn't let that question be asked and let her answer.
I think he was messy.
No, Coach. It was a credible question. It was a credible question, especially since we know if they did not have a relationship, would she have been drafted over Betts? Would she have been drafted over Olivia Miles? You can't tell me Fudd's talent translates better in the WNBA more than Olivia Miles and Betts. Fudd is a tweener. She's not athletic enough to play a 2 or a 3. She ain't big enough to play a 4 or 5. I believe it was a fair question.
She got a cheap jumper, so you never know how.
Is it a number 1 draft pick jumper, Coach?
Yeah.
Let's keep it a buck now. Let's keep it a buck. You know. But go ahead, Coach. What are you noping on?
I'm noping on one going to an event which no one would think I had to watch, but I watch all the time, the whole thing. The Masters and Sergio Garcia. Sergio, what you tearing up the place for? You hadn't won anything in years, and now you make one bad shot. Now you want to tear up the tee box, whatever it was, at the Masters. I mean, come on, Sergio. When last time they had your name on the leaderboard winning anything? Never. It's been some years. and you want to take it out. Like I said, they should have fined him, and they should tell him next year at the Masters, you watch on TV. That's ridiculous, man. Come on, Sergio, tearing up the place. And they made him keep that driver. They say you can't change it just because you did that. Use that same driver, sir. So, yeah, notes to Sergio Garcia.
I don't know what's up with Red's picture, but we'll keep the train moving. I'll go into my cope moment. I'm coping with the fact that we don't know who Bryce Elder is or what Bryce Elder is as a pitcher for the Atlanta Braves. 1 year, he's an all-star. Next year, it seems like he can't even pitch for single A. This year, he comes back with a decent start. I mean, Bryce Elder, make up your mind. Are you going to be part of the Braves' future or not? I mean, he's been pitching lights out so far this season. Hopefully, after the All-Star break, he doesn't turn into a softball pitcher, which he was mostly last year. So make up your mind, Bryce Elder, what your MLB career is going to look like, because right now it's very schizophrenic. It's very Dr. Hyde and Mr. Jekyll-ish, and we need you to get your act together so the Braves can plan accordingly. All right? All right, Coach, what are you coping with?
I laugh as I cope with this one. I'm coping with the the New York Mets.
Oh, Lord.
Mets. Y'all spent a lot of money this offseason. You spent some good money. You got some players. But you lost 9 straight games. I can see the buzzers circling already as you get ready to descend into last place and stay in last place for the year. You fire your manager. You fire some, you look at some players and say, why we gave you all this money? And then you reevaluate because y'all are going nowhere fast. Ain't no miracle Mets. They're not coming out of the woodwork. Ain't no Dwight Gooden and all them coming out to pitch for you and Strawberry to hit. Y'all are what y'all are, an abject failure. So, Mets, enjoy your 9-game losing streak. Probably going to reach 10 tonight, but we'll move on.
Wow. We don't know what happened with Red, but we're going to move on to Revenite Nation, and hopefully whatever technical difficulties dealing with, they will be settled in due season. All right. We got quite a few folk chiming in. The Prime Minister's doping on Bethune-Cookman's baseball team on their upsets of LSU in Florida this week. Very nice indeed. Bethune-Cookman, they're having some great success. Unfortunately, the transfer portal is right around the corner. So any kids that are doing exceptionally well, they'll be getting a NIL contract soon, and Bethune-Cookman's success will be short-lived. That's the unfortunate thing about today's collegiate sports. The VP is doping on UCLA for setting and breaking their own record by sending 5 players to the WNBA in the first round of the draft on Monday, then breaking their own record by getting their 6th and final senior drafted in a later round. Brilliantly done, Corey. Well earned. And that shows why they were the champs. The president is doping on the Atlanta Braves, the only MLB team not to have lost a series yet. Now has a 4-game lead in the NL over the Fish, which would be the Marlins. I debated about going to the game tonight since they're in my neck of the woods, but I'm going to wait till Monday when they go to Washington. I'm going to go to the Washington. The president said there's a special dope. A son of Wheat Street, Will Benson, is moving up the depth charts and getting some playing time with the Cincinnati Reds. He's been doing well. Last year, he had some good at-bats. Yeah, Will Benson, his grandfather, the Reverend Dr. William Holmes Borders Sr., was my father's predecessor at Wheat Street Baptist Church, and his grandson plays professionally for the Cincinnati Reds. So thanks, Mr. President, for bringing up that Wheat Street connection. Dante said, Red, get over it, bro. Wrestling ain't going nowhere. Ha, ha, ha. That's for sure.
No, indeed. No.
The VP says Sergio Garcia damaging one of the tee boxes at the Masters after an errant T shot, grown up amigo. He's noping on that.
Ridiculous.
The VP said Red doesn't smell what the Rock is cooking. What with that free wrestling and straight up entertainment, one of the best shows around, making moolah. The president said, I've seen better wrestling matches, members of the Mothers Board at PNBC conventions. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. The VP said WrestleMania is wrestling. Super Bowl WN42 is going to be fire. Looks like the VP is excited. The VP said, I agree with you, Reverend Doctor. The Wings sacrificed a big for Paige's booth thing. They had better make it work. Meanwhile, they're going to get throttled by teams that have bigs, for sure. The VP also said major kudos to Kevin Sherrington from the Dallas Morning News. Did his due diligence by asking others will ask this question, especially if things go badly with the team's success. You're on it, doggone it. The president is noping on the Dallas Wings, blocking the question about the relationship of AZ. I'm not related to Elmer Fudd. She is a public figure and personal questions will get asked, especially if that type of relationship is generally expected to be accepted among the masses. Whole no another topic for sure. Dante said Fudd has a decent 3-point shot, and that's all. At best, she should have been drafted around 7-11 picks. She was 100% drafted for Paige. There's nothing wrong with that, but they can't expect to not get asked about it, for sure. The VP said Fudd also can create on shot. Tons of screens will have to be set for her. Dallas had better hope to holy goodness that this works out. Meanwhile, the Indiana Fever, the Mystics, and the Dream had excellent drafts. The president said, nope, Draymond Green, I don't care about his play. You can't continue to be a one-man clown show. An ejection with less than 1 minute in the game, tragic. The VP is coping. I won't be here to lead the commentary from Reverend Night Nation. Headed out now. I'll be listening on the road. We'll chime in when I can in case I'm not available. I'm giving the orders to cue the Lunats for the 5 for 5 segment. Have a great show, fellas. We appreciate it. Safe travels to you, and thank you for giving our cues for 5 for 5. Timothy, what's up, bro? Said, nope, all these changes to baseball I'm not like. What changes you don't like, Tim?
Oh, Tim.
Come on, Tim.
Gotta like the strike zone.
Come on, Tim. Be specific, man. You gotta like the pitch clock that makes the game go sooner and people can't get out the box or take forever to throw the ball. You gotta like the changes where the pitcher can only throw the ball to first base 3 times. Can't take 30 minutes just trying to pick a batter off. You gotta like the changes where the umpire have to have some accountability, where they just can't dislike a player and think that they could just call balls and strikes as they like. They now get graded on their strike zone. So come on, Tim, what's up with you, man? You sound like the old man, get off my lawn syndrome. Come on, Tim. With the program. I like it. It's more enjoyable to watch. It moves. It has some accountability. Love it. The president's couple with Steph Curry gets to go back home with now he can accompany her on her national tour of embarrassing our money, making husbands tour with Jay. Peanut Head Smith. Lord.
Them two there.
The prime minister noping on to the Charlotte Hornets as they got bit by the karma chameleon last night. Lord have mercy. What's up, Joe Black? Glad to have you. The president said, I got a late dope. Don't go on without this dope. Atlanta Dream gets a goon 6'6", Medina Oka. All right. Red, come out wherever you are, bro. We got a black screen. That's all we got, man. No picture. But nevertheless, man, we got to keep this train going. We're at the WNBA draft recap. We've already given some preliminary conversation to this particular topic. So we're here now. And, Coach, I'm going to start with you and your thoughts about the WNBA draft. You can piggyback on the number 1 draft pick that we've already talked about, Sister Azizi Fudd, I'm sorry.
Buddy.
And then we know Olivia Miles from TCU was the second pick in this draft. And we know that there were others that were picked. What would you say was the best pick from your perspective and the worst pick, particularly in the first round? And then you can share any other thoughts. What you got?
The best pick to me in the first round was the Mystics. The Mystics tore the draft up, and they got a girl from, I hate to say the name of the school, so forgive me, Ole Miss, whatever. Cody McMahon. That girl has a player's body, a player's jump shot, and she can ball. And they got her later in the draft. She's a baller. And in addition to Betts and the other girl from UCLA, they stole the draft big time. They hit it. They might not pay off right now, but it's going to pay off later on down the road. I think they could actually sneak into the playoff this year. As well as the Indiana Fever got Raven Johnson, which a lot of the other side is complaining about because they don't think she can be an effective player. But you must have forgotten. She locked down one of your best players in the playoffs, so you got her for strictly defense. She ain't gonna be a scorer, but she gonna defend the heck out of somebody. She gonna lock somebody down, so she's a good addition. Miles with the Lynx. It's not like the Lynx needed anybody, but they got Miles to get that ball to Nafisa Karya and those girls, so that's another good pick. Seattle did pretty well after losing a lot of their players in free agency. So they did pretty well. And there's a couple of other teams. AZ Fudd, like I said, that's to be continued. We'll see how she holds up under the scrutiny. And can she get her jump shot off with her, I quote, put my quotes up, best friend, Paige Beckers.
Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback on what you said in some of your comments. The Raven Johnson for the Fever was a great pick.
Yes,
now,
sir.
A lot of folk won't look at it in mass, but for what they need, defensive guard who's shown this year she can hit the open three, where she's gonna get a lot of open shots, right? Because of the Caitlin Clark factor and then the Kelsey Mitchell factor. She's bound to have a wonderful career because now you're not expecting Caitlin Clark to have to play on the ball. And when Raven gets in the game, she can play lockdown defense. All she's getting paid to do is play defense and hit the open three. That's all that she needs to do. She don't have to do no ball handling like she did in South Carolina. But that was a great pickup, in my opinion. And that Olivia Miles combo with Collier, oh my God, that might be special.
Ooh.
That might be special right there, Coach. The Lynx making that pick might have tipped the balance of the WNBA. They might have done it.
Sir.
They might have done it. And we're gonna see how FloJ flows in Seattle. She got traded. So she got a chance to be the biggest thing in Seattle. Because right now the Seattle does not have an NBA franchise. So basketball-wise, if she can combine great basketball play with her rapping career, she can say it's no longer sleepless in Seattle. It's all the way live. Yeah, right.
Rev.
Yep.
I forgot one player, Tanaya Latson, who is a sharpshooter for South Carolina. I can't believe she went past the first round. But the Los Angeles Sparks said, don't worry, we'll take care of that right now. And they picked her because Rakia Jackson went to Chicago. I know she was upset about that, leaving LA for Chicago, but then that's what it is. Now you got a sharpshooter coming in with Kelsey Plum and those girls to fill that void of Rakia Jackson scoring, so they hit well too.
So Rakia Jackson, did she sign as a free agent, get traded?
I think traded. Yeah, she got traded, which was crazy to me, but
yeah, she just got there like a year or two ago. Was it last year?
It happened. 2 years ago. She was drafted by the Sparks.
She was a big time player for Tennessee.
Yeah.
In college. So yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Ray, you got anything you want to add to this WNBA conversation, sir? We need to add some sounds because this one don't have no sound. Let's try your other one. I'm gonna remove you from this one because you got two screens going on. So look at your other screen. Do we have sound on this one?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, cut the sound off on the other one.
This is crazy, man. I told y'all.
We're gonna mute you. Now cut your screen off, Red, on that other device. So that we won't have that echo. There we go. Now we're good. Go ahead now. Give us your comment.
No, not really. Like I say, I didn't even know we were gonna be talking about. I forgot the draft had happened earlier this week. ZZ Fudd going number one. Obviously, that wasn't the best pick. I'm surprised that the Wings make picks like that, allowing Paige Beckers. I'm saying.
Oh boy, it's just one of them days for Red, boy.
Uh-oh.
Just one of them days that a device goes through where it's angry inside. All right, man. Go back on your other device and get the sound, Red. Lord have mercy. We're going to get to your comment, Tim, real quick. James, you're correct. Seattle have NBA franchise soon. They are actually in the process of getting the team. Facts. Right now, Flo Jake has a chance to be the only thing. And the franchise in Seattle for NBA-wise probably won't be until like 28, 29, somewhere right there. So she has a chance to really make some noise. All right, Red, are we better? Oh, my God, man. Red is broadcasting from the Grand Canyon. It's almost like his device participated in 420 and not just him.
Oh, the PPT tour.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. All right, Red, we're going to have to come back to you, man. Dang, boy, we went through that kind of quick. All right, Red covered again. No picture, Red. Lord have mercy. Hey, we're going to take early halftime, man. We'll be right back. Hopefully we get Red straight. We'll be right back for the next half of the Red and Rev Sports Show. We'll have some more basketball talk, and we'll have some baseball talk. Hopefully, Red's device will allow him to do the Braves report. So we'll be right back for the second half of the Red and Rev Sports Show. All right? Just one of them days. We're back for the second half of the Red and Rev Sports Show. And Coach, we heard all your unwrapping of your food as you are eating on the set right now. Nevertheless, we're here back on the second half of the Red and Rev Sports Show. James, that's right. Seattle and Las Vegas will be getting NBA franchises, and it's going to be interesting to see what those franchises look like in the days to come. All right. We're going to try to save the Braves report for Red. What's that, Coach?
Go back to what Tim said a few sentences ago.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we can talk about that. Yeah. Okay. Tim said pitch clock, attempt to throw the first base, challenge strikes. What we don't trust Blue anymore catches look how they are catching the ball now. All right, let's dissect it. We're gonna give Red a little bit of time to get his electronics together. The pitch clock, Coach, positive or negative? And why?
Positive, because some of them pitchers fiddle around all day on the mound trying to perfect this and do that, and instead of pitching the ball, and anybody said rush, they just saying in a timely manner, throw the ball. Stop trying to stand up there and do all that fiddling around in your hand. Make it look like you messing with something, rubbing your shirt, getting some of that, like in Major League, getting some of that Vagisil and aluminum for whatever you rubbing on, sunscreen, whatever you putting on your hand. Come on now.
All right, let's move. The attempts to throw to first base, you only got 3 shots at it. Positive or negative?
Positive. I used to hate that when I played ball in college. Joker took 2 hours trying to pick off somebody because they were fast. Man, throw the ball, strike this guy. You ain't got to worry about him.
And if you keep him off base, you don't have to worry about him.
Thank you. There you go.
All right, Coach. Catchers, look how they are catching the ball now. Do you get what Tim is saying on that one?
I know why Tim is saying what he's saying, because Tim is a referee himself, so he's sticking up for his boys. I understand. I understand you totally. But everybody makes mistakes, and you human, you make mistakes. So that's just a little thing to help you out. And we've seen where it has been changed on some pitches, where some pitches have been changed because they look at it. It doesn't take that long. All they do is pat their head, and then they check it, strike, a ball, and then we move on. They don't spend all day.
Tim, you got to realize, man, just like I'm about to do a series at my church, there's a scripture that lets us know we have to serve this present age, our calling to fulfill. Tim, when you grew up, when I grew up, when Coach grew up in this sport called baseball, America's favorite pastime, there was no such thing as technology in the sport, except for broadcasting the game. That was the most technological advances during that time. Now we have the capability of instant replay, where we can correct wrongs that can, number one, affect outcomes of games. Number two, can affect people's jobs and salaries. So we got to adapt to the time in every sport, not just baseball, but basketball's adjusted to serve this present age. You got instant replay, challenges. Football has made the adjustment. Challenge plays can overturn calls. And baseball was the last one that was late to the party. And they were getting passed by with the ratings by every other sport because this new generation, which is starting to become more en masse, people under my generation know not a world without technology. We got to realize we're getting older. These young kids know not a world without a cell phone, without an iPad, without gaming systems. So in order to attract that generation that's highly technological, that's becoming the norm more and more as we're aging out, the sport had to make the shifts, man. And it just is what it is, bro, Tim. And it's okay for people to be corrected. It's okay for umpires to be shown that they were wrong. It's okay for referees to see that they blew a call, and it's going to help them understand they better be clear about what they're calling or they might get embarrassed. So I love it. I love it. The Prime Minister said the changes with MLB are great. The fans like it. So what's there to complain about? Maury, now you do know Tim is a fan too, so we can't say all fans like it. Yeah. But I think the majority of fans definitely like it. All right. Let's see. We're going to try this one more time, as I might say if I was in church for the Holy Ghost. Are we ready, Red? Are we ready, Red?
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm surprised.
While we got you straight, we're going to get ready for the Braves report. So get ready, man. Here we go. Here we come. Here we come. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
I'm going to wait till you get ready, because I don't want you dragging the Braves report, because the Braves are playing some great baseball. So we'll come back to it, let you get warmed up before you do the Braves report. All right? Stuff happened. It ain't your fault. We all have experienced it on this show, so it is what it is. So don't hold your head up. Hold your head down. Let's get moving, man. Let's keep this train going. 5 for 5. We got 5 hot topics. We want you all to join us in your comments. And feel free to comment as Red and Coach get ready to share their thoughts on these particular topics. Each of them will have 1 full minute to discuss their topics, 45 seconds, single screen, 15 seconds, community scene. And then once that minute is up, if they haven't finished talking, we might have to introduce them to our mute button. All right, let's do this. 5 for 5. Coach, you on deck. Get ready. The VP has cued the Lunets, so we already know that has been done. And here we go in 4, 3, 2, 1. We got 5 on it. Coach, first topic on the board. Travis Hunter, full-time cornerback. What you say about it? What you got? Go.
Well, I mean, I think he personally is a better cornerback than he is wide receiver. But I don't know. You don't want to limit him. He was doing well last year with playing both areas. But I understand their concern. They don't want him to get hurt playing both of them. So they just want him to stay at one full time. But shoot, he can get hurt playing cornerback too. I said let the boy play and try to see what you got out of him. You had a good thing going with him until he got hurt. But anyway.
Red, what you got?
I think it's the right move. It's kind of hard to focus on 2 positions full time in the NFL. So reverting back to cornerback full time and just mixing in some offensive plays. That's the right move for Travis. So I agree.
I had to agree with Red right there, Coach, man, because in year 1, we've already seen his body couldn't hold up. Too much of an investment has been made into Travis Hunter. Because they gave up some draft capital to move up in the draft to be able to get him. And if he already showed in year 1 he can't complete a season, let's not make that the habit or potentially the norm for seasons coming up. So be the best cornerback that you can be. Let your body rest, because if you're getting tackled on offense and then you're trying to tackle big players on defense, in the NFL, the body won't sustain it. And even former NFL players who have the ability to do what Travis Hunter done, they say it's not possible. So we gotta agree with them. It's just not the right thing. Now, can he put in for occasional packages? I would say yes to that, like the Cowboys used to do with Deion Sanders. But like having them play on both sides of the ball most of the time, that's just not wise, and that is not making the best of your investment. There are no comments from Rev 9 Nation, so we're gonna get ready. Oh, here it is. I apologize, man. Spoken too fast. The Pope just taking over all the topics for taking over the VP's moment. King Atlanta's put the rings on the way for Atlanta. He believes let Shamillionaire Jr. play cornerback. They picked him up at number 2. So they need to get their money's worth. Good luck to him in the upcoming season. Let me go back to Tim since we talked about it. He said, the president, I'm sorry. As a baseball fan, I can appreciate the new technology. You have to consider that baseball has no time clock. It is only over when the innings are complete. Great point, Mr. President. Great point. So it's already long in itself. There you go. All right, Red, you're on deck. Here we go. Next topic, and I'm sure you'll get a kick out of this one. Is the Kawhi Leonard era a failure in Los Angeles? What says you, Red?
It most certainly is a failure. I mean, what did he do? Didn't win anything over there. No ring, barely any playoff series won. I can't even remember the last playoff series that he won with the Clippers. So, and now it's contract extension time coming up. Now, personally, I think the Clippers should move on, but I mean, they've been messing with them this long, so they'll keep doing the dumb thing. But hey, Kawhi in LA is making my Lakers look so much better, so he can stay in LA for all I care. Because as long as he in LA, the Clippers ain't gonna be relevant. They ain't gonna win anything, and the franchise is gonna keep dwindling down, down, down. You don't build that pretty arena for what? Nothing, because it's gonna be empty in a few years. So, hey, it's a failure, but Laker fans don't care. We happy about it.
All right, Coach, what you got?
It goes back to what I like. They always talk about individual players. Individual players don't win championships. Teams win championships. And you look at the team around him, Jones Jr., Brook Lopez, Dunn, Garland, and you blame Kawhi with that group around him trying to win a game? Come on, that's Nicholas Batum, Sanders, Bogdanovich. That ain't enough to help him win anything. He does his best, but I mean, you look what you surrounding him with. So I don't think it's all his fault. I know he tries, but you know, they get on him for being aloof and not want to talk to the media and everything. But he still goes out and puts up numbers like an all-star, so it ain't all his fault.
All right, I'm going to chime in just a second. The VP said definitely a failure. He cachet. It was very one-sided. Ha, ha, ha. The Prime Minister said it's absolutely a failure. Too many missed games and injuries. The best thing about it is that new arena. Oh, well. Joe Black said the goal when the Clippers signed him was to close the relevancy gap between them and the Lakers. The gap is wider now, so yes, it was a failure. Coach, you got a retort?
Okay. Y'all blaming Kawhi. I want y'all to look up how many points he averaged this year. 27.9 points, 6.4 rebounds, 3 assists, shooting 50% from the field. Can't do it all. Look what you surround. Like I said, look what you surrounding with. You can't do it all. You can't say. And he played a good amount of games this year. He didn't miss a lot of games this year. You know.
So
now
go,
before,
No, go finish your thought. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was done.
So I think the problem with your take is you're only looking at it from this year.
Well, I don't want to go back to last. Oh yeah.
The comment is about the era, and see, you started off by saying, look at who he had to play with this year. Let's not fail to remember he had Paul George during this era. He had James Harden during this era. He had now Garland during this era. He had some solid teams during this era. And unfortunately, he had Russell Westbrook, your boy at one point in time during this era. So it wasn't like he didn't have groceries to go to the store with during this era. And just like folk got on AD, they nicknamed him street clothes and not being available when it was most needed. That's the same thing with Kawhi. So we can't say the Clippers never surrounded him with talent. He was supposed to mobilize the team to championship heights. Matter of fact, when he signed with LA, Remember, he was throwing shots by way of a commercial at LeBron like he was the king. Right? So we can't forget all of that conversation that took place. And we can't lower the goalpost now, or can't move the goalpost now, lower the bar now that it has not equated to what everybody expected it to be, inclusive of Kawhi and New Balance.
Well, Rev, all I'm trying to do is speak for Kawhi because you know he ain't gonna say nothing.
Well, you're doing way more talking for Kawhi.
I know. I'm trying to help the brother.
All right, Red, real quickly, let me get these comments. And Red, you got the last word. The president said time for Kawhi to go to Hawaii. Joe Black said, Coach, he's also had Russ, PG, and others. And then he also said, Coach, you do realize the era was bigger than this year.
I know.
All right, Red. What you say? What you got to say, Red?
I just gotta say, what happened to this uncle of his that was doing all this big talking some years ago? Where did he disappear off the planet? Because, man, you remember the uncle? The uncle that was putting fear in everybody? You had Skip Bayless scared. Now, where is this uncle? Uncle whoever. Where he at to protect your boy? Because, like everybody said, he has been a failure with the Clippers. So that means if he a failure, you a failure too, uncle, whoever you are. I forgot your name, but both you and Kawhi a failure. You a failure and your nephew a failure. So eat that from Laker fans.
All right. Let's go to some baseball real quickly. It's on you, Coach. Mike Trout, you mentioned earlier about his battle with Aaron Judge, battling with those home runs in the series between the Angels and the Yankees this week. Will Mike Trout finally say, look, I want to take my last name that's named after a fish and go fishing somewhere else? Will he do it? What you got to say, Coach?
If he doesn't, he's doomed to repeat his failures, because he should know Los Angeles is not able to pitching to go anywhere. Their pitching is suspect, hidden suspect. Everything around that team is so-so. So if he doesn't go anywhere, well, hey, that means he just settling in. He doesn't want to win a championship, and he doesn't want to put up stats. So that'll be on him if he don't try to go anywhere. All that loyalty ain't getting him any titles. So, and I'm sure if he put his name out there, let the bidding begin, it's going to be all the teams, most of them jumping out at him like, come on, we got something for you, and they're going to pick him up. But if you want to stay, everything's on him.
Red, what you got, man?
That's pretty much it. What Coach said. I got nothing to add. I can't add nothing to it. I mean, like I said, if you want to win, make a demand. If you want to stay in with the Angels and just keep putting up meaningless stats the rest of your career, then you can do that too. So it's on you, Mike Trout. But I mean, I guess he's dude is a Hall of Famer, no matter what. So I guess it's just up to him. Does he want to have a chance at some postseason success, or he doesn't? If he does, he'll demand a trade. If he don't, then he's content with just the stats he's put up with the Angels, and that be it. Okay, well, he'll stay in LA. But like I say, it would be a shame for a great player like that to never have a chance at some type of postseason success. But it is what it is. Like you say, it's Trout.
All right, and I'm going to say there are two sides you can look at this Mike Trout situation. On one side, you can say he's just a loyalist, right? He wants to be loyal to the franchise that drafted him. On the other side, some folk might state, is he really a competitor? Because competitors want to play meaningful games.
Yep.
And that's where this thing goes on two sides of the coin. One, he's a loyalist. He's like Cal Ripken. Number two is on the other side. Does he really want to compete? Is he really a dog? So that's the stuff that, you know, in this new day and age where people want you to compete rather than being loyal, that's the thing that he's going to have to deal with. All right, Red, this next one is right up your alley since you like sports since you like the media and drama. Should Mike Vrabel face any scrutiny with his alleged indiscretions with former athletic reporter? What says you, Red?
Well, I mean, it's a complicated issue. We don't even know if Mike has done anything wrong. We don't even know if Diana done anything wrong. Neither one of them has come out and actually admitted to being involved in any type of affair other than having a working relationship. So I want to say Mike should face any scrutiny if he's innocent. But when you look at the overall big picture of it, it's just kind of unfair that Diana Russini has been the only one getting judged, profiled, scrutinized, and pretty much terminated throughout this whole ordeal. And man, Mike just going on with his life like ain't nothing changed, ain't nothing happened, ain't nothing gonna happen. So I mean, it's definitely a double standard when you look at it from the big picture. So I just hope folks are watching this so further mistakes or whatever we want to call it, interactions or further relationships are taken at a more serious or maybe not so serious pace. You just don't want these type of things happening in sports because, like I said, it's just a bad look on everyone involved. I hate Diana Russini felt that she had to resign, but it is what it is.
Coach, what says you?
I'm gonna use my boy Scott Van Pelt's saying. Mike Trout out there playing pitchy woo woo, and he getting able to walk and go home every night, while Russini doesn't have a job. It takes two people to have any kind of little association. She didn't have it by herself in a mirror. She had it with him allegedly. So I mean, you criticize Udoka for doing what he did, and you destroyed him. Now you're not gonna say anything about. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Oh man, I forgot. He played with the New England Patriots. If Robert Kraft can get away with getting his happy ending in the massage, then Mike Vrabel is innocent. I'm sorry, Rev. I don't need to go any further. He played for the Patriots. My bad.
All right.
My bad.
All right. So y'all about to make me put on my preaching hat to address this. So there's a term that we use in ministry talking about context and exegete. Exegete is where we look at the scripture and take the information from that particular scripture and pull our understanding, our thoughts, and points from that particular scripture. You can't always compare it to other scriptures because that particular scripture has specifics to that particular scripture. So I mentioned all that to say, to Red's point, number one, the dynamics are different, not necessarily because of male, female, but because of the nature of their respective jobs. Okay? She is in a job where you're not supposed to fraternize with the folk that you report. That's not a policy of a coach in the NFL. It may be a policy, and this is where I got to refute Coach, where Udoka got messed up is because he was messing with somebody in the Boston Celtics franchise. Not because he cheated on Nia Long. It's because he was dealing with somebody as an employee of the Boston Celtics with another Boston Celtic employee. Where Mike Vrabel should go down is if she was with the New England Patriots, but she is not a Patriot worker. So Mike Vrabel, from a moral standard, if he isn't guilty of it, it's wrong because he was committing adultery, but it has nothing to do with the New England Patriots. So that's where we got to kind of understand the context and the nuances with this particular subject matter. from a spiritual standpoint, it looks bad. And the Bible says, shun the appearance of evil. And those pictures with him he-ing and rubbing and hugging and stuff like that, that did not look good at all. Okay. So from a moral standpoint, somebody can definitely view it as wrong. But when it comes to his life as a coach, there are no rules against him fraternizing with other women. I don't think he has a clause in his contract, you can't commit adultery. I mean, those are two different things. But from her perspective, she covers the Patriots. She covers Mike Vrabel. So that's where the conflict of interest comes in as a journalist. Go ahead, Red. Got your Baptist finger up. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you're right, Rev. It's not a good look from all points of view. But what is a good look is Diana Rossini in a bikini. Woo! That's kind of hot. Woo, boy. I mean, hot, smoking. Oh, and let me say though, Diana Rossini, it was a report come out. She actually saved somebody's life yesterday. So even though all this turmoil is going on right now, she did save somebody's life yesterday in her hometown somewhere in Jersey. So much props to you, Diana. I, for one, don't think it's fair that you being scrutinized. I mean, without Vrabel himself going through it too. I wish she handled it, but I can understand. One of my lady friends kind of explained to me why she felt she had to resign. But like I said, it's not a good look, man.
Now, let me just say this. If Mike Vrabel was on the hot seat, then this would have been used as ammunition to probably get him out of it.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Not coming off the Super Bowl.
The man just took a team to the Super Bowl that had been struggling the past 3-4 years, and we know Robert Kraft loves a winner.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure when he heard the news, he said, Mike, take care of that. Hands off. All right. That ain't got nothing to do with your performance. I'm not grading you on if you're dealing with other women. I'm not grading you if you're looking at the sister's bikini like Red looks at. I understand that's what got you in trouble in the first place, right? So it's just two different things. And I hope my comments are specific to what the issue is and not coming off as being sexist. Again, it was wrong morally. The way it looks, the appearance looks wrong, but they're in two different avenues, two different jobs, two different expectations, and that's where I think the difference lies.
Is it safe to say that she was really covering him?
You forgot to say, Coach, no pun intended.
Okay, no pun intended. Yeah, because she wanted the inside story. Let me put it that way.
Oh, Coach, don't you do it, Coach.
It's a lot of stuff that can come out of that one. A lot of stuff.
Woo. She was covering him and got the inside story. Lord have
and
mercy.
Rev, while we talking, there just came some over the wire. Said her and Joy Taylor about to have a show coming on ESPN called Thirst Tape. Thirst Tape.
Look at you, boy. You in your bag right now, Coach. You in your bag. Speaking of,
I refrained from those type of comments because I didn't think I could control myself. So.
All right. Speaking about Coach being in his bag, there was a football player who got the bag this past week. Will Anderson with the Houston Texans got that bag this past week. I'll start with you, Coach. What do you have to say about it?
Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie. I saw this kid play at Dutchtown back in the day, and he was a wrecking ball. I mean, he was on the quarterback like dirt. So hey, I think he deserves it. I mean, and now C.J. Stroud, I mean, you're gonna eventually get it, but your last two performances didn't help you at all, sir. They didn't help you at all. Fumbling 9 times or however many times, intercept whatever he was doing. I mean, Anderson always been consistent. You see Anderson on the field, and he's got Daniil Hunter helping him out. That cause for trouble if you a quarterback on the opposite side. So yeah, Anderson did a good thing by getting this. He's glad he got paid, but CJ Stroud, you got work to do. No, I go back to the old I Love Lucy show. Lucy, you got some explaining to do. So,
Red, you in favor? 3-year, $150 million extension, $134 million guaranteed.
Yeah, I mean, they go that word again. Market. That's what the market dictates for what we done done. Yeah, we got no problem with it. I mean, he earned it. Like I say, he's been a beast since they drafted him. I kind of wish my Falcons was around to take him when he was available. Like I say, we ain't never around when players like this are available. But no problem with that at all. CJ Stroud, you still got a little work to do. He's gonna get your bag. But Will Anderson, he's gonna get his bag before you anyway. I feel. I mean, he's been a better edge rusher to me than CJ's been a better quarterback. Even though CJ may have outplayed him the rookie year, even though they both had solid rookie years, CJ may have outplayed him. These last 2 years, Will been light years ahead of you. So deserve it for Will. We still got to see about CJ.
Well, I don't think we have to see about CJ. And the reason why I say I don't think we have to see about CJ, it's clear that this is where we get off the market. No market value contract. So if his agent comes talking about 60 million, there's no more discussion.
No,
60
no,
million.
no, I'm with you on this one, real. No way. You not getting dog. You're not getting maxed out. If you want to stay part of the team, you are not getting maxed out.
So Red, I'm and this is where I think the market discussion is about to take a turn. You're a diehard Falcons fan. If Michael Penix gets healthy, has a solid season, you in favor of the Falcons giving him $60 million?
I ain't in favor of nothing even close, even remotely close. Like I ain't even in favor of Michael Penix being healthy. Get him out of here. Get him and his damaged goods out of here. No way am I gonna be okay with the Falcons giving that clown a bag. No way.
Exactly. And this is where we're gonna have to start looking if the owners are gonna reverse course and say we can't keep paying these guys based on the market. It's based on where they are as a player. Period. And that's where I wish this thing had gone years ago. Start with, when we first started the show about Matt Ryan. That's where I was. Like, you cannot continue to pay these guys just because they play a position. It should be about what they do in the position. Yep. And so you start getting these fringe guys like CJ Stroud, Michael Penix. Can you imagine the Seattle Seahawks, just because he won a Super Bowl, they're going to pay Sam Darnold $60 million? Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind?
Yeah.
No way.
I mean, this is
that Darnold and Baker contract, that's to me, that's about average for what a quarterback should be.
Right. Like, and the thing that kills me is like the only time a quarterback salary takes a hit is if they have to go to another team. Right? That's the only time it takes a hit if they didn't have the best career. But even if they struggle where they are and they're a free agent, it's almost like they're guaranteed market value. And that's absolutely ridiculous.
Yep.
So I think some changes to that market value stuff is about to begin to change. That's just like even with the running back. Like, okay, Bijan Robinson can ask for more than Saquon Barkley. No doubt. Right? Because he's of that ilk. But if you're not Bijan, if you're not Saquon, don't even ask me for the bag.
Right.
Nope.
You gotta be certain type. Yeah, you gotta be like top in your position, at least top 3, maybe even top 2 in your position. If you're not top 3 in your position, no way you get a bag. No way I'm negotiating the bag with you. I'll let you walk. CJ Stroud, you are not a top 3 quarterback in the NFL. Don't even think about asking me for no 50, 60 million. We starting this thing off at maybe 15, 20 million. You don't like it? Get by.
Yep, you got
I go
like
give me another quarterback to do what you doing. All them turnovers you doing in the playoffs, dude. I can go get a rookie quarterback. Give me that. But my defense ain't gonna change because this is my defense that got me here, little buster. So you think you gonna rob me? No way. I'm gonna tell you what you gonna get, CJ. Like I say, take it or leave it. You leaving it? Bye. We leaving you. Bye bye.
And Rev, it didn't help that Davis Webb won games while CJ Stroud was out. That didn't help him at all.
for sure.
Nope. That made it even worse now because we got a backup. But my fact, yeah, thanks. I'm glad you brought it up. You see that guy on the bench? We'll just pay him a little bit more. I just give him a raise and see if he can game manage my team to the Super Bowl. Because eventually, that's what D'Amico Ryans and them defensive guys gonna say. Like, man, look, you going out here trying to win the game is not what we need. We just need you to manage the game, little partner.
Yeah, for facts. All right, let's see. We got some comments here. They just came in for some reason. The press said Trout has no trade clause and is getting $37 million a year until 2030, and he's 34. Is he still viable? I would say if he's healthy, he is, but that's far and few in between for sure. The president said about Trout, he's not a dog, he's a trout. Just that was pretty good. The president said, looks like Vrabel was still willing and be able to risk it all. The optics were just bad, no matter the intentions. The VP says Sharon Morodoka just entered the chat. Vrabel should be raked over the coals. Soundbite white. I don't know about that one. Again, that's contextual, Mr. VP. Moore was doing it at home. At home. Michigan, Udoka in Boston. That's a different context, man. All right, the VP says, I see your point.
Ray at least went outside on vacation.
The president said, my grandmama always said, don't take a crap where you lay your head. That's for sure.
Right.
There you go.
Vrabel doing that.
And that's what it is. Vrabel ain't taking a crap in New England. Kay said he needs to be dragged too. All right.
That's what we said, Jerome.
The president said she was being a patriot.
See.
Well, all right. That's why you praise, man.
See.
Jerome K said Will Anderson deserves everything the market can bear. All right. Jerome said CJ, everything he can get and non-salary paying fans and pundits are going to have a fit. It's a business, and some people confusing fanhood with business. No, we're confusing production with business. That's the confusion right there. And the production doesn't warrant that just because he plays quarterback that he should get that kind of money. No, it does. And that's why these NFL owners eventually going to have to take a stand, because you can't keep compromising your roster for dudes that cannot carry a team.
Nope.
This man had the best defense in the league. All he had to do was be a good game manager, and they still had a good chance to win and get to the Super Bowl. But this dude couldn't even be a game manager. Stop it, man. This market value stuff gonna get these folk crazy. Joe Black said the market value has gone crazy, but no owner wants to totally tell their starting QB that he's not that great. They better start having these conversations. Like after Mahomes signed his bag Any agent that would have come up to me, all right, let's talk about it.
Man.
How many Super Bowls have we won?
Uh-oh. Man, CJ Stroud could get Kirk Cousins agent and won't get money.
How many Super Bowls? So I'm gonna pay this guy with no Super Bowls more than the guy who's already won 3.
No, how many playoff wins?
To the AFC Championship game almost every year but one since he's been a starter. I'm gonna pay this guy more than Mahomes.
Nope.
Are you crazy? No. Let's set the bar below this. This is the bar. We're going underneath this bar. You know, you got to have those real conversations.
And CJ, like I said, with the way CJ played, it would not be hard for me to have that conversation. Like, dude, you literally killed us last year. You are not breaking my bank. I'm sorry, dude. You're not breaking my bank. I got a backup on the bench who can carry me where I need to go. And I can go draft a quarterback. When maybe this draft, I can sign a bum on the street and I go get another quarterback in next year's draft. So sorry, CJ, you playing a dangerous game. You know, you don't want that locker room to do you like they did Russell Wilson now.
I could pay somebody $20 million to throw 3 interceptions a game.
Right.
Like,
That's what I'm saying, real. He's crazy. I'm telling you. That's why I'm starting the negotiation at $20 million. I give you, okay, how about this, DJ? I give you 3 years, $60 million.
The president's striking hard today.
Joe Black said Kirk Cousins' agent would get him the bag. The president said Deshaun Watson just entered the chat. The Browns handed him the money. Then he went out and got handed.
Joe Black, you are very wrong. Joe Black. Kirk Cousins ain't get him that bag. Kirk Cousins didn't have many turnovers that man had in 2 games. No, he not. He's not gonna get him a bag on that performance. Like Rev said, with the best defense in the league, and you go out there and fumble the ball 20 times or how many times?
Yeah.
No.
And see, the thing that Kirk Cousins had, and this is where the context comes into play. Kirk Cousins wound up getting his bag from other teams, right?
Not the team he was on.
We got it with Washington, but Washington was put in a hole. So they had put all their chips in RG3. The RG3 chain had gone off the track. So that's how he capitalized in Washington. Then he capitalized in Atlanta because Atlanta didn't have any quarterback. And therefore he had a coach that wanted to have some stability, which he thought, at quarterback. And that's how the agent was able to fleece the Falcons. Now, the Raiders were fleeced because they need somebody, in quotes, to mentor their first-round pick. So one thing Kirk's agent can do is find the right situation. That's his biggest quality.
That's what he does, real. He finds situations. That's your job. Go find
the best situation. Yep.
And they call it real situational football or situational football negotiations.
There you go. That's a good context to that contract. Situational football. Yep. Joe Black said, learn from Jacksonville, paying Blake Bortles that money when their defense carried the team, destroyed that team. It was the reason Ramsey and that crew wanted out. Facts.
Yep.
Facts.
Oh, man, I forgot they
Bortles
gave
didn't deserve that money.
That was the one guy who did not deserve that bag.
For sure. All right, Red, let's revisit the Braves report, man. You on. Let's get you set up.
Yeah, I'm finally stable now.
All right, here we go. The Braves report in 5. Oh, let me put the banner up before I start the countdown. Everybody understand what's going on. All right, we're ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
It's game time. It's GT.
What's up, everybody? Oh boy, the Braves report. Oh, okay, I heard echo. I thought it was a real coach talking to me. But anyway, yeah, real. It was a good idea. You waited for the Braves report because had you did it right when you wanted to do it, I wouldn't have been like I am right now. Now I'm here. I'm ready. My signal is strong. I'm ready to get a Braves report like I'm supposed to do. So good decision on that, real. Well, it's another good week, baby. Braves are just going strong, like they said earlier, man. Except I don't know what it is about Mondays, real. These last couple of Mondays, they've been a little bad luck for. So maybe the Braves, last few years, it was Sundays where we couldn't get right. This time it's Mondays so far this year, because Mondays, oh boy, whew. But after Mondays, we get back on track, man. So Braves, y'all gonna have to figure Mondays out. But anyway, another good week. Took 2 out of 3 versus the Marlins. Started out the Philly series. Very, very hot. Shutout. 9-0. Boy, I love these shutouts, especially when it's against a division rival. So 3 wins versus our division rival this week. We went 3-1. And like I say, man, the Braves, they doing it with a balance of both hitting and pitching. I mean, the hitting statistics still top of the league right now, still top 5 in most of the hitting categories. They lead baseball in runs scored, believe it or not. Top 5 in home runs. Even after them 4 we hit last night, still trailing the Dodgers and the Angels. I don't know. Besides Mike Trout, I don't know who on the Angels hitting home runs. I gotta look up, see why they are ahead of my Braves as far as home runs. Dodgers, I'm not surprised. But anyway, pitching wise, of course, you know who number 1 in ERA is. Our Braves. And I don't know how the world we doing it. I mean, like I say, after sale, I have no idea what we have. Rev brought up Bryce Elder earlier. I told y'all he went to go visit Maddox this offseason. Is that the reason he's becoming this Jekyll and Hyde guy? Because, like you say, last 2 years, dude, it looked like he could pitch a T-ball game. He looked like one of them little 5-year-old T-balls when he hit a home run off of him. He was so bad. This year, I mean, ER, not only is it a sub 3, a sub 2, it's a sub 1. I mean, he went to visit Maddox. Did he turn into Maddox? Because, boy, he's looking like Maddox like. I mean, like I said, the fastball not that effective, but with his cutter and his changeup and the slider being so effective, that fastball, as slow as it is, it can be effective when you use it at the right time. So, man, I don't know, Grail. Maybe we need to call Maddox and make sure he's sitting on the bench come summertime in case Elder forgets some of the messages he gave him. But whatever Maddox put in Elder's mind is working. Man, maybe we need to send these other pitchers to visit Glavine and Smokes when they have trouble. But anyway, if Elder can maintain this pace throughout the season, along with Sale, and maybe we can get Grant Holmes to figure it out. Maybe we can get Waldrop back with that killer splitter. And Spencer Fahey, I don't know what's going on with him. Spencer Strider, I just about gave up on him. But we'll see what he got when he come back. But I ain't expecting much. I ain't, like I say, I'm Strider. Dude, you show me what you about. But we'll see what you got when you come back. But like I say, our Braves are playing Braves baseball right now. We balling. We in first place in the East. Our pitching is sound. Our hitting is sound. We just hope we can maintain this pace at least to Memorial Day when Coach finally tell us what he think was going on with all the baseball. Hang on to Memorial Day so we can hear Coach's thoughts on it, and then we'll see where we go from there. But right now, you're looking good, Braves. I can't ask. This is the start we expected last year. You started this year. So just keep pace with the Dodgers. Keep pace with the rest of the league, tops of the league. And we know if we get a 10-game lead in this division, it's pretty much wrapped up. Because I don't care what you say. I don't care what type of team we got. The Braves ain't choking no 10-game lead away from not the Phillies or the Marlins or the Nats or please, sorry, Mets. Oh, God, Mets going to be out of it by Memorial Day. They going to be done the way they playing. So, shoot, it's going to be eventually, we're going to have to not worry about some of these teams in the NL East. So, it's upsetting that the Falcons can't take advantage of their weak division, but our Braves, we sure can take advantage of our weak division. So, like I say, Braves are playing good. Braves fans are happy. All I can say is keep it up.
All right. Coach, you got anything you want to add?
Go. Baldwin's just letting everybody know why the Braves kept him, and now he's in the starting lineup. It's becoming evident. Dominique Smith, good pickup. Then making him not miss Marcell Ozuna.
Yeah.
Now my boy, he gonna turn the corner out the wild old. I call him Acna, Ronald Acuna. He gonna turn the corner in a few days. It is coming, and when he get hot, nobody gonna beat the Braves. And the bearded one, Austin Riley, killing the ball again. So hey, they got this thing working. And
Matt Olson, another 10-game hitting streak.
Even Shorty Doo-Wop hitting the ball.
And big ups to Michael Harris.
Yeah.
The second, the kid is not my son, but big ups to him and his wife having a child, and whatever child they had, the kid is not my grandchild. All right.
I can tell you what though, Rev, his dad is ecstatic.
Of course he is. Grandparents are just.
I talked to him. He is up in the air.
Listen. Matter of fact, I love what this comedian said. I'm not going to say his name because I don't want this to go left. But this comedian said, grandparents are old people trying to make it into heaven. That's why they do let their grandkids do whatever they want to do.
Oh,
like
Lord.
stuff, and I'm sure, Red, you've seen it to a degree. Stuff that we would have gotten a beating for. The parents be like, why are you getting on them for that? You know what I'm saying? It's like, who are these people? I saw that with my father, saw it with my mother. They let Michelle get away with stuff I would have never been able to get away with. But it's something about grandparents. They just hold different people.
You know, back in the day, you go and go to your grandparents.
I guess it's rubbing off on uncles too, because it's stuff that I want to let little kids get away with back in the day. My niece and nephew, man, it's like, oh, it's okay.
Well, y'all the prop, like it's the aunts and uncles who let them get away with stuff too, and give them everything.
How is that we the problem now?
Y'all the biggest problem because y'all spoil them and do all that stuff. You expect that from the grandparent, but then the aunts and uncles, they be doing all that stuff, and we in the same age bracket. So then the kids be looking at us kind of funny because your brother and sister doing something different and they not as hard on us as you are. So you look like you the bad guy as a parent.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what
sorry to my brother-in-law.
That's what my sister was like before she passed away to Michelle, boy. Lord, I'd be like, oh God, your auntie is just spoiling you right. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. All right, gentlemen, before we end this show, we got to at least talk about the NBA playoffs and make some predictions real quickly.
Playoff preview.
So let's do that real quickly. Let's talk a little bit of basketball. NBA action. The playoffs are now officially set. 4 games tonight or today, 4 games tomorrow. Let's dive into
last night. They were so awful.
Yeah, they lost some magic on last night for sure. let's just jump into the games. Give your prediction based on how they'll be played today. We're just going to do the first round. Let's start with the first game. Red happens to be with your Hawks and Knicks. Against the Knicks, not your Knicks, but the Hawks versus Knicks. All right, let's get a prediction. This is the best 4 out of 7. The Knicks are favored to win the series. But what's your thoughts? I'll start with you, Coach, and then we'll get to Red.
I think this series is gonna really be determined by home court advantage. I say home court advantage, and the winner game 1. Well, I mean, you're gonna have an advantage. I think every team is gonna win at home, and it's gonna go 7.
So do the Knicks win 7?
Yep.
All right.
Them home court advantage is gonna be big in this series, especially. Now, if you can steal one, then you win the series. You say the Hawks win tonight, they got it. They're gonna steal the series. But it's home court advantage in this one.
All right, so Coach got the Knicks winning in 7. What's your thoughts, Red?
I got the Hawks in 6 because they're gonna win tonight, so they're gonna steal the series, I guess. They'll win tonight and win 3 games win 3 games at home. Knicks probably get game 2, maybe. But the reason I'm picking the Hawks, I feel the Hawks match up well with the Knicks. I felt they match up well with the Cavs, but the Cavs just have one more big man than the Knicks have. It's gonna be tough to them, but it's gonna be tough dealing with Mr. Robinson. But if the Hawks can figure out how to contain Mr. Robinson and don't let him just go crazy, they don't let the big man have his advantage, then the Hawks match up well everywhere else on the court. I mean, as far as Spider Mitchell and Harden, you got Nall and CJ with Cat and Anunoby. You got Big O and you got Jalen Johnson. So it's a matchup other than the big man. I'm not sure how fast Jock Landale can get back. Personally, he's probably gonna be out the whole series. I mean, because you don't want to take chances with a high ankle sprain. So you got to anticipate him not being at the whole series. But this is an excellent opportunity for Mo Gay to show if he has any value to the Hawks going forward. This is your time, Mo Gay. All the fans been popping your name up. I want you to get more playing time. Not me personally. Personally, I don't have any faith in you, but we'll see how valuable you can be to the Hawks. If you can help us get past the Knicks, get through the Knicks series, and if the Jock gets back for round 2, then hey, maybe going forward you do have some value. If not, if we lose to the Knicks because they big man just straight dominated us, then we'll know Mo Gay, you ain't valuable at all, dude. You just wait for 6-10 or 6-11, put some meat on them bones and go to another team. And but that's where I see the series playing out. Really, that big man right now gives the Knicks an advantage. But I still say if the Hawks can figure it out, I mean, they'll get them in 6.
So I'm gonna go with the Knicks in 7. I think the problem with the Knicks, or the problem with the Hawks when they got the Knicks, is they don't have the star power. And that New York City market is huge. And when calls start being made, I think they're going to be made with the market in mind, because the ratings will be out the roof for a Boston-New York second-round series. That's just the reality of the matter. And I think from a playing standpoint, this is where the Hawks not having a legitimate big man is going to hurt them, because they don't have anybody that can really stay with Karl Anthony Towns. And that's where the problem's going to lie. So that's why I would go to Knicks in 7. Home court advantage will definitely make the difference.
I will say, though, if the Knicks, if we get it to game 7, it's all on you, Knicks. pressure gonna be all on you, baby. We've got house money, and the fact that we playing in the game 7, let me know y'all didn't take care of business how y'all supposed to the first few games. So that's right. Let's go to game 7 in New York with Spike Lee and all the guys there, so we can break y'all heart. I'll be waiting on it.
Jerome K said earlier to our discussion about kids and their uncles and aunts. Great point, Rev. Aunts and uncles are the problem because they get to send the kids home once they're tired of dealing with them. Facts. That is hardcore facts. All right, Joe Black got the Hawks in 6. Jerome K said the Knicks will win the series because the experience matters. All right, on to the next one. Raptors and Cavaliers. The Cavaliers have home court advantage. Rev, what do you have to say about this one?
Well, the Cavs had better win this series now. I mean, you're not playing the Hawks. Really ain't no pressure. I'm trying to see what the season series was with these guys. I think they dominated the right. Yeah, I think the Knicks dominated the Raptors pretty much the season series. So, oh man, I thought they were gonna have it in here, but anyway, the Cavs got to win this series by mine. You can't have the season you did. The Raptors, they were hot early in the season, and then they fell off. They fell off so bad they let the Hawks come back and get to the 5th seed. But the Hawks, they rested their players. The Hawks should have been 5th seed had they played last game. But Cavs top seed in the East, and they have championship aspirations. You can't lose to the Raptors in the second round. You're gonna lose to anybody, got to be the Hawks, okay? Don't choke to the Raptors, choke to us. But anyway, I got the Cavs winning this series, Rev. I don't believe the Raptors. I got them winning 3-1 in 5, gentlemen sweep.
All right, Coach, what's your take?
Rev, on a personal note, does anybody even care about this series? Other than Toronto or Cleveland?
It's not the most enjoyable sight, but because it helps determine who ultimately plays for the NBA championship, I give it some credence.
Okay, Cavaliers in 5. I'm just gonna get it out the way.
Cavaliers in 5. Wow. What makes you think they're gonna do a quick work of the Raptors?
I think that Toronto don't match up well with them. I think Harden. Now people can say what they want about Harden, but his first series in any playoff, he balls out. But the closer you get to the championship, the worse he gets. So this series 1, so he's gonna put on a show, and they're gonna win the first series. The next opponent, well, the choke starts.
I agree, Coach. That's why I didn't want to play the Cavs the first round.
Well, I'm gonna go to Cavs in 5. I think the Raptors will win 1 game at home. So I'm gonna go to Cavaliers in 5. The star power once again, I think is gonna be a major factor. And then the Raptors just don't have the offensive weapons that Cleveland has in the persons of James Harden as well as Donovan Mitchell. All right, Ray, what you have to say?
Oh, believe it or not, the Raptors did win the season series 3-0, and all 3 victories was double digits. So we'll see if that has any effect on the series.
Facts. All right, next game. Timberwolves versus the Nuggets. What you say, Coach, about this game?
Best series of the tournament right now in these first round. This one's gonna go 7, and I think the Nuggets are on a mission to prove everybody wrong. So I'm gonna go with the rich, creamy Nuggets to win in 7.
All right, Red, who you got?
I got Denver winning the series. I don't know if it's going 7 games, but honestly, I don't know, Coach, man. Minnesota, right now, they do got Gobert. I don't know if they heavily as talented as some of these other Minnesota teams were have been. So I'm not sure they can go 7 games. If Denver and the Nuggets inspired enough, they really got championship aspirations. They should take care of them in 5 or 6 games. If they go 7 games, that means, like I say, this is another series that to me it shouldn't go 7 games unless Denver is screwing around with Minnesota because I don't think Minnesota is talented as some of those Minnesota teams in the past, especially the previous 2 Minnesota teams. Now, had it been those teams, yeah, this Minnesota team right here, I don't think so. So, really, Denver, you should beat them in 4 or 5 games. They go 7 games, y'all screwing around. So, I'm gonna take the Nuggets in 5.
I'm gonna go Nuggets in 6, mainly because I can't trust Ant-Man right now with coming off an injury. And to go from injury to having to play someone like Joker and the Nuggets, that's a hard task to take on. So I'm gonna go with the Nuggets in 6 over the Timberwolves.
Yeah, and Red, I would talk about Anthony Edwards being the lowest form of life on earth, but I ain't gonna do that.
What do you do now?
Man, any man that doesn't want to see his child at all, that's a low form of life, right?
Okay. I ain't know who still that same thing. Yeah, well, y'all, they killed me on my page when I got on. So hey, I'm done discussing Ant-Man personal life.
All right, Red, it's on you. Your Lakers versus the Rockets. What says you?
Unfortunate, untimely injuries, just happened to take effect right before this series because had we not had the injuries, and the Lakers have been heavily favored, being that we just swept the Rockets at home about a month ago, back to back. And when you lose your top 2 options, it's difficult. I mean, it's not impossible, but it's highly unlikely that a 41-year-old LeBron can galvanize the troops and lead us past a much younger Rocket team, a much bigger Rocket team in size. And Kevin Durant, he's always been a more explosive player than LeBron is more magic, whereas Durant's more Kobe and Jordan. So that's how they affect the games they are. I mean, Durant can easily go out there and explode for 35, 40. I don't see LeBron going out there exploding for 35, 40, and not in multiple games, even if he did. So it would completely shock me if the Lakers are in this series at all. If this series is going to 6 or 7 games, once again, we got a team that's screwing around because Houston, you have no reason to let us hang around past 5 games. And really, you should sweep us. But hey, Rev, that's like I say, that's why they play the games. Anything can happen. Anything is possible. No, I'm not picking the Lakers. I'm picking the Rockets to win. And we got home field advantage. They got home field advantage. No, we got home field advantage. Okay.
Yeah.
So the Rockets, I'll pick you to win in 5, but we'll see. I don't believe you're gonna take advantage like you should of Luke and Austin not being there, but you should win the series. But something tell me it might take you to go to game 6 to win it because you're gonna screw around with it. But the Rockets should win in 5. So I'm gonna take the Rockets in 5, but it hurts me to say it. It pains me to say it. But you got to look at the realistic big picture. Lakers really have no chance without Luke and Austin playing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Lakers. I'm Rockets in 5 as well. I think LeBron might have a vintage moment, carry the team on his back. Houston is always good for a huge letdown. So I think they'll catch him sleeping at least one of those games, and that's why I'll say we're at Rockets in 5. Let's see. Jerome K said coin toss, Cavs win, sweep, easy work. The press said Toronto will win due to appearance of Drake as opposed to the great Bobby Gibson. Jerome said Denver in 6 over the Wolves. Hey guys, Nuggets in 7, says Alexis. Alexis got the Rockets in 6 and the Rockets in 5 in that series. All right, let's go into Sunday's games. Coach, it's on you. 76ers versus the Lakers. Who you got, Coach?
Celtics.
I'm sorry, Celtics. I'm sorry. 76ers Celtics. Who you got, Coach?
Nice little nostalgic series, but Celtics are gonna win in 6.
Any reason why?
No Joel Embiid. I'm sorry, Joel Embiid. I'm sorry. No, that's a factor.
All right. Red, what says you?
Wait, hold on. You say no Joel Embiid, Coach? He not playing?
No, he had appendix surgery.
Oh, yeah, that's right, appendix. Well, man, even with no appendix, I mean, still would have been tough with the way Celtics playing, but no Joel Embiid. This is another one right here. 4-5 games. That's all it should take. Boston, don't play around with the Sixers now, but I'm not picking the Celtics. I'm taking the Celtics. I'm just saying they're going to win the series in 4 games. Yeah, it's going to be a sweep, man. Get them on. If no Joel Embiid, this should be a sweep. Rev, I'll give your local team 1 game just for respect's sake. I mean, what's your mom's favorite player? Maxey. Maxey might go on 1 game, and he got a nice little bench. The BJ guy, I think Quentin Miles still on the team. He can bust a few threes, but still that size, no Joel Embiid. Well, they still got Drummond, but Boston just got a little bit more, and then Philly gonna be able to handle it. So Celtics in 5 again. Man, it's gonna be a lot of gentlemen sweeps this first round if everything hold up the way we predicting. But yes, Celtics in 5.
Our Alexis got Celtics in 5. Coach, what's your prediction?
I said the Celtics in 6.
Celtics in 6. Oof. I'm gonna say Celtics in 5 for the simple fact that the Sixers have yet developed the camaraderie they need to be able to beat Boston, who's a well-oiled machine right now. And they had a nice amount of games to integrate Jason Tatum back into their regularly scheduled program. Even with Embiid, I see the Sixers still losing. I will say, as a positive to the Sixers have bodies that they can throw at Jason Tatum and Brown. That's the one good thing about the Sixers, because they got, even though he's old, Paul George is still a decent defender. You got BJ Edgecombe, you got Kelly Oubre, so they got some guys that they can, multiple bodies that they can throw at the Celtics. But because the Celtics are such a well-oiled machine, makes me think Celtics in 5. Would I be surprised if the Sixers stretch it to 6 or 7 games? No, because matchups would probably be the reason, and they've been able to capitalize on the matchups. Jerome says Celtics over my goofy Sixers. Kobe will play the next day after his surgery. LOL. All right, Red, Suns versus Thunder. Who you got?
Real, these next 3 series to me all gonna be sweet. I would not be surprised if these last 3 series are all sweet. Starting with the Suns and the Thunder. Man, Suns, they on these little teams that they just hung around all regular season. and just hung around long enough to get themselves a nice little playoff spot. But it's the 8th seed. You understand? You couldn't even get the 7th seed, which the team we're gonna talk about next. You let them get in, and they to me deserve way more respect than Phoenix deserve. Real Jalen Green and Devin Booker. Man, Devin Booker, you a loser, man. It needs to be said, dude, because you take away that year with CP3. You take away that year with CP3. Man, this dude ain't won nothing in Phoenix. You had Durant there last year, you couldn't even win. You got the boy Jalen Green there. I'm saying they have tried to give you some assistance, Booker, and you cannot capitalize. So personally, I said I wanted you to trade to my Hawks and Lakers years ago. No, I don't. Stay right where you at. Don't come to my teams, man, because you ain't gonna help them out. Just stay with Phoenix until you retire, and you just gonna keep being middle of the road, playing teams, but you ain't never gonna be a top seed ever again. So look, it is what it is. 4-game sweep, real. 4 games. Get them out of here. OKC ain't messing around with these boys. Get them out of here. 4-game sweep.
Okay. Coach, your thoughts?
It's gonna be very quick. Thunder gonna win in 4. It's gonna hurt pretty badly. So goodbye. Thank you for coming, Phoenix. This is your reward for beating Golden State.
Out of all the series, this will probably be one, or if not the most lopsided series, for sure. So I'm gonna go Thunder with the sweep for sure. Before we go on, Alexis Hill got Celtics Thunder, I'm sorry, in 4. All right, on to the next. The next game tomorrow will be the Magic versus the Pistons. Coach, who you rolling with?
Pistons in 5. Even though Banchero has seemingly awakened from his slumber, he is going to step up, but you can only win 1 game. Pistons just going to out-physical the Magic who like to run and gun, but I'm going to go with Pistons in 5.
All right, Red, what you got?
Man, real. Pistons is 3. They're going to beat them so bad the first 2 games, they're going to cancel the 4th game. They're like, man, it ain't no point in you playing this game. We know y'all going to lose. What are we going to waste time for? You know, we're going to put on the infomercial, or we're going to put on a rerun or something, because this 4th game is not going to be necessary. You know, real, when they say games if necessary, game 4 ain't going to be necessary. Because game 1, 2, 3 going to be so bad, they ain't going to even want to watch game 4. Magic, you shouldn't even be in the playoffs. Hornets, you should be just kicking yourself. You finally had a chance to get some notoriety. All the NBA was ready to just put y'all as the next team that's coming up. And you let the Magic just drop you like a bad habit by 30-some points last night. Just get the Hornets out of here and get the Magic out of here in 3.5 games. Because they don't belong, okay? Detroit, don't play around this team. Get these jokers, these sorry jokers out of here so they can go ahead and fire their suck coach and trade a sorry old wannabe superstar. I'm sick of the Magic. And I hate them even worse because y'all hurt my player for the Hawks, Jock Landale. I hate y'all. You the reason he ain't playing. Desmond Bain, y'all already know how I feel about him. So, Detroit, get rid of the Magic so they can tear that team up. Red, what I like to say, tear it up like they do in Glory. Because that's what the Magic need to be. Tear up category.
Wow. All right. Alexis Hill got the Pistons in 5, and I'm gonna go Pistons sweep.
I said 4, Alexis.
Yeah. Jerome said y'all can't blame Jordan this time for her sorry to Hornets are.
Yeah, we can. What you talking about? Yeah, we can.
Yeah. Now, I will say, actually, they're better off without Jordan. Because at least they got to the play-in. They were horrible.
Right.
They were horrible when Jordan had the roster. So Jordan did them a solid by giving it up. So instead
They
of
did him a solid back rib.
instead of blaming Jordan, the Hornets fans need to thank Jordan for getting away,
Oh my
selling the
God.
franchise to more competent ownership. So they
I
obviously
don't
got
know
the
who
right.
worse, the new Hornets owners or the old owners.
It's the old ones. It's the old ones. It's
Yeah.
Jordan. It's Jordan.
Yeah, you're right.
Jordan
It
had a
is
bunch of
Jordan.
yes men around him. And that's why they were terrible. But as soon as he sells the franchise, they got some basketball people who can make good decisions, and they had a decent. Like this was a great season considering with the Hornets. Like nobody saw them being in the play-in. Nobody saw them being relevant. So we gotta give credit where credit is due with the new ownership.
I swear, every time somebody used to pump the Hornets up, I would look at the schedule and be like, man, they are still in 10th place. What are y'all looking at? Why everybody just saying, oh, watch out for the Hornets, boy? I was like, watch out for what? And then you saw how they played last night. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I was talking about.
Well, I think they have the chance to be a team that's relatively exciting, but I can't really ever take them serious because I don't take LaMelo Ball serious. That's the problem.
Exactly. You just can't take them seriously. No matter how many video games they want to have, come out and hit about 12 or 13 threes. And when it really counts, they'll disappear. LaMelo Ball, he'll disappear like a magician. Con Nipple, Brandon Miller, all the other guys. The guy that got the fight with the Pistons. Where was he at? Where was all that toughness at when you were fighting the Pistons, fighting Durant? I ain't see none of that toughness last night.
Yeah, for sure. Last series, Reddit's on you, Spurs. Oh, let me show something. Because the comments are coming in slow for some strange reason. Alexis Hill said Jordan seems to be a better NASCAR owner. That's for sure. Facts. He missed his calling a long time ago. Yeah. That's the fact. And it's probably because he knows not a whole lot about NASCAR, so you got to rely on NASCAR people to make the decision.
That's right. That's right.
All right, Red, who you got? Trailblazers and Spurs.
Now, of course, I have San Antonio in this series, but you have got to give Portland some credit. You have got to give Tiago Splitter some credit. Friend, I swear, I did not even know that Portland was in the playoff hunt, much less made the playoffs. I swear, Red, when I got home from work the other night, and I'm just looking at the playing game, I was like, who's Phoenix playing? I look up, and not only were they playing a team I didn't know was in the playoff hunt, they still here about to lose to the team. I'm like, Portland? I didn't know they were this good. What did they? And then they won the game. That guy that made the All-Star team, Levi, whatever
From
your
Israel.
name is.
He was on my fantasy team. I know you're talking about. I'll get his name in a second.
That guy, hey, I did not know he was this good. That guy is good. Boy, he good. And I forgot they had Holiday, Drew Holiday. So, man, you had the DeFi kid with Holiday's experience. And they still got the kid that they wanted to trade a while ago. Jelani Walker or somebody. I forgot.
Grant.
Yeah, Grant. Okay, and they still got Grant. And so, man, they got a nice little nucleus right there. I ain't saying it's the best, but you got a few players over there, and add Tiago Splitter with his coaching. Man, that makes for a pretty solid Portland team that you have got to show some respect to. That they, with all the turmoil they had at the beginning of the season, with Chauncey Billups being fired amidst his legal issues, Portland could have just withered and just died away. They could have been a team we just forgot about. But no, Tiago Splitter would not let us forget about them. So much praise to Tiago Splitter. I love when former players turn into solid coaches. So much praise to Tiago Splitter for getting your Portland team ready for a playoff that you're going to lose in 5 games to the San Antonio Spurs. Good job making the playoffs and good job getting to the 7th seed, Portland. But sorry, San Antonio is going to take you out in 5 games. But cherish that one game you're going to win and use that to go forward for the future that you got. Because we did not think the Trailblazers' future was bright. And now you got Damian Lillard coming back next season. You got Drew Holiday playing solid ball in the twilight of his career. You got Grant, and you got the Devi kids. Man, this Portland team is on the rise, and that's completely surprising to a team that we was not even thinking about a month ago. So good job making the playoffs, Portland. But the Spurs are gonna take you out in 5 games. I got San Antonio winning 4-1.
Denny Avaja.
That's right. That's his name.
Coach, who you got, man? Unmute yourself. Unmute your. There you go. Go ahead.
I just look
Unmute
at this.
yourself.
I'm unmuted. I just look at this as the ending of Def Comedy Jam when Russell Simmons would come up and said, "Thank you for coming. God bless you. Good night." That's all it's gonna be. They showing up, and Trailblazers are obligated to show up because it's on the schedule. Don't know why they gonna show up, but hey, you got to play the game. And so
you predicting a sweep?
I mean, with a big old dust room, it ain't gonna take long. Don't even cut the bus off. It won't take that long.
So
you got to give the Blazers credit, though, Coach, for even making the playoffs.
They did well. They did well to make the playoffs. They're kind of like in that Charlotte realm where they had a surprising season. Big ups to Tiago Splitter. Never ever thought of him as a basketball mind, but he did well. Now, some of this is like even with Charlotte, when you think about it, are they really coming up? Charlotte and Portland. The question is, on one hand, are they really coming up, or did they take full advantage because of all the tanking that was going on in the NBA? That's where I'm kind of divided, because they were given a lot of games because you had all these teams like the Washington Wizards trying to maintain their draft position so they didn't give it up. So that's like, is it fool's gold or not? We'll find out next year. But Red, I really want to ride with you in giving the Trailblazers one game. The problem is the Spurs are going to be looking at what the Thunder does. And therefore, they want to keep pace with the Thunder, and then also fewer games allows for Wemby not to get hurt. So that's why I got to go with the sweep, because they need Wemby to play as few games as possible because he's very injury prone. So that's why I'm going to go with the sweep right here off the Wemby factor, and then them looking at the Thunder because they believe at some point they got a date with the Thunder. But if Denver wins, they got a tough series against Denver.
Right.
So they got to do this thing quickly as possible so they can save all their energy for Denver. And they're hoping Denver will get pushed by the Wolves to like 6 or 7 games, which might wear them down.
So the winner of the Lakers and Rockets are going to be the one that play OKC, right?
Right.
Oh man, OKC just gonna be gliding through the playoffs, man. Why San Antonio gonna be getting all, and Denver gonna be getting all beat up. Man, these little boys, they're gonna get another ring, and they ain't even working hard for it. They're just getting the easy way. I'm sick of it.
That's why the Luka injury was so pivotal for the Lakers, because many folk believe that the Lakers matched up better with the Spurs than even the Thunder do.
Yeah.
Because they don't really have anybody who can guard Luka. And then Chet Holmgren
I'm hurting over here, man.
and Hartenstein are not that imposing as bigs. So that's why a lot of folk gave the Lakers a chance to go to the Western Conference Finals if they were healthy.
Not real. I know what your answer is. But just so you see, do we have any chance? Okay, let me ask you this, real. If we win tonight, if we win tonight, do we have any chance? Because do you think Luka could be back by the second round? Let me just ask you that. Do you think Luka or Austin would be back by the second round?
I can't answer that because I don't know what the medicine like is in Spain.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like if he comes back, if he came back this series, there's a chance that they could stretch it out and possibly win it, because I don't like Kevin Durant as a leader of any team.
And see, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking even though we playing the Rockets, I mean, shit out there. I mean, the Rockets, you take Durant out. Okay, let's say Durant don't dominate like he's supposed to.
Well, the problem is, here's your problem. Here's your problem. If LeBron still was a spring chicken, yes, I would even predict them to win it, right? But the problem is you asking LeBron for at least 4 to 7 games to be vintage LeBron, which he showed he's no longer that guy, even when he had Anthony Davis.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So, like, where's your scoring going to come from outside Austin Reeves, outside Luka? You're not going to get that much scoring from Vanderbilt. Unless DeAndre Ayton decides to say, I'm going to play up the number 1 pick I was drafted, which I don't see, you're not going to get that much scoring from him. You're not going to get it from Paxson. The big kid who's the backup. You looking for Bronny to be that? I mean,
no way. Hayes, Rui, I say connect. It will have to be from somebody unexpected.
Like
Nick Smith Jr.
And see, like, the athleticism of Houston, when you don't have a Luka, when you don't have an Austin Reeves, can overwhelm the Lakers. Because they're going to get out athlete at every sport, at every position. You know, KD is still more athletic than LeBron. Amen Thompson is the most athletic guy on the floor.
Right, he's gonna be looking crazy trying to keep up with that kid.
Right. Then you got Eason. Then Sengun gonna put a clinic on 8.
That's what I'm thinking about Sengun. So, and then Avery Thompson, we ain't even got nobody for Avery, the other guy. So unless Rui, you think Rui can help him? Vanderbilt?
Nah, Vanderbilt can't play Sengun. Sengun too big. I think Vanderbilt can play like to slow down a KD or slow down Amen. The issue again is, where's your scoring coming from?
Yeah, I'm with you. Like I say, I can't depend on LeBron dropping 35, 40 every game. That's not his game. That's not his game. It's never been his game. He facilitates and get everybody involved, but we don't have nobody to get involved.
Right.
Don't count out Hachimura. Watch out.
You know, Rui is a great role player. You need him when you're at full strength. That's when he's most effective. If you're asking him to play a star role, you're asking too much.
No can do.
I can't go for that. No. No can do for sure. Yeah. All right, gentlemen, that ends our NBA picks. We'll see where we are next week in terms of where these series are. All the series should still be going on next time when we get back for the Red and Red Sports Show. All right. I think it's time to put a bow on it. Now we got to ask the question, who has the right to do what, when, where, and how? Who wants at it first?
I'll go.
Oh, go ahead, Coach.
WNBA ladies, it's almost that time. You're getting these big, ginormous contracts. Well, for y'all, ginormous contracts. It's time to let the basketball show and play, give people something to watch. I see some super teams forming in the WNBA with the addition with free agency and some of these girls moving from here to there. So it looks like it's gonna be some interesting series coming up. And Angel Reese, the ball is in your court, sister. You can't come out there and have 5 rebounds and 6 points. No. You got you a team, you say, as you talked about in your press conference. Time to take them to the championship if you can. You got it. They got a good team. So, oh, Lord. Okay, I'm done because I see some.
I don't know why I can't see these comments. Hold on a second. Let me go back because these comments for some reason not coming up on the screen. Sorry, Revenant Nation, because I'm just struggling seeing these comments. Jerome said OKC and the push-off king will set the sun in 5. Talking about Shea Alexander. Pistons in 5, Alexis said. Jerome K said you can't blame Jordan this time. Oh, we got that one. Jordan seen, Spurs in 5, Alexis said. Jerome Case, Rev, what makes you think Jordan doesn't know anything about race NASCAR? How did you arrive at that conclusion? He's successful. That's how I came to that conclusion. And that means he probably had more folk he had to rely on in NASCAR. Like, I don't think nobody looks at Jordan as an encyclopedia of NASCAR. Right? Like the bottom line is he had the money probably to get the right people in place. In basketball, he knows basketball. He won at a championship level. So that's probably why he wanted a bunch of yes men, because he thought he knew what it was going to be about. And I bet you, quietly speaking, he got more respect for Jerry Krause, who he hated as a GM, who orchestrated those Chicago teams together. Rev, I may have missed it. Y'all talked about this in another show, but are y'all going to discuss the depth of tanking in the issue in the NBA? We talked a little bit about it last week.
Man.
So check out last week's episode. Rev, it's Lil Bron's time to cook. He's supposed to be the guy, right? You joking when you ask me that, right? LeBron said 90% of the league rolling on the floor. I forgot to ask you your percentage. This here. If Bronny has any type of impact, I will come back on this show next week and apologize for everything that I've said about Bronny. Okay. The press said Dylan, you have the right to win at least the first playoff game just to show one Rayford Barge that as time would reveal that they could have loved him in a special way, but now he will just dream a playoff during the rhythm of the night. All this couch is waiting for you.
Rayford back the ball.
Oh, that was a great run of songs right there.
How you call that man Rayford?
All this couch is waiting for you.
That's a shame.
Oh man, I didn't know that was Bill.
Yeah, man, that's the Barge all day. That's classic Elder Barge right there.
I knew the song. I just didn't know. Okay, I agree. I just know Rhythm of the Night. That's about the Barge. So I hear the Barge. I think when it feels right, the world is on your shoulder. And I love the Barge.
Wasn't that song in the movie?
The Last Dragon.
Yeah, that's why you know it, because it was on The Last Dragon.
And of course I love the DeBarge sister now. So.
Okay. All right.
Bunny.
All right.
That's her name, Buddy. Yeah. Love Buddy.
All right, Ray, who has the right to do what, when, where, how?
We all have the right to remember one Gary Anderson, former Brave and former world champion for the Anaheim Angels, who suddenly passed away yesterday at the young age of 53. Garrett is pretty much the Angels leader, where he was an all-star game. He was the MVP of the all-star game in 2003. and he won World Series in 2002 with the Angels, and pretty much their franchise leader until Mike Trout take over these categories. But for right now, he's their franchise leader in games played, hits, at bats, runs scored, RBIs, total bases, extra base hits, singles, grand slams. So he pretty much doubles. He's pretty much the Anaheim Angels leader in offensive category for the time being. So and also home runs by a left-handed hitter. And also he played one season with my Atlanta Braves. I'm not gonna forget. But like I said, we're thinking about Gary Anderson and his family right now, who passed away suddenly yesterday. So hearts and prayers with the family and friends of one former base MLB player and former World Series champion, Gary Anderson. Much love, buddy.
All right. Braves, you have the right to sweep the Phillies, so I can keep talking trash to my congregation.
That's right, baby.
I was enjoying.
Wait for after Sunday so you get some collection play.
I was enjoying at my men's fellowship meeting talking trash to the men who love the Phillies this morning. I told them, I said, I was thinking about going to the game tonight, but I said I didn't want to go and waste my money just to see another route. So, so Braves, you have the right to win the series and even sweep the Phillies. That would be even more impressive to me and allowing me to keep talking my trash. And I need y'all to keep the winning ways because I'm planning to see y'all in Washington on Monday.
Rev, that barbecue
I'm
dinner
planning
just
to watch
got
them come
canceled.
down here in May. I plan to see them when they come down here in May.
Rev, that barbecue dinner they had gonna have you just got canceled after you said that. He not having that.
Well, I got a couple of extra pieces of fish, even though I was talking trash at the men's fellowship, so I'm good.
And Rev, we deserve this. After that season we had, where I'm pretty sure your Philly fans were talking much trash last season. Yeah, now it's our turn. We gonna have y'all buried by Memorial Day. The Mets, y'all gonna be out of it in 2 weeks. Phillies, if y'all don't come back and show us y'all ready to fight with us, we gonna bury y'all by Memorial Day because we got a home series after this. So y'all better show some fight. We'll have this division locked up soon, real soon.
The Phillies are in trouble because of their pitching's in trouble. They're banking on what's his name coming back. Their ace, their former ace.
Oh, Nola.
Not Nola, the other guy.
Oh, Wheeler.
Yeah, from Georgia. Yeah, Will. They're banking on Wheeler to come back because that boy Taijuan Walker, he don't need to be a starting pitcher ever again.
Yeah, he can't hold up.
He like a batting practice.
I was hoping, Rev, that they weren't gonna move him. I thought they were gonna try to send him down before our game. You know how they do. Like, oh man, we can't let him go out there against the Braves. They gonna kill him. I was like, oh, they gonna let him pitch. Oh, Rev, when I turned on my phone at work last night and saw 7-0, I was like, I just put my hands in air.
Yeah, because it was like 6-0 after the second inning.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Jerome K said, leave it to Rev to put his Baptist vocals on one of the most famous Elder Bart songs. And the president talking to me, don't talk too much. The plate might get short.
Yeah. I can tell y'all, Thomas, Rev plate ain't never short. No. The food ministry loves him. You can say what you want. The food ministry loves him. Those plates are legendary.
Yeah, I'm just blessed to be in a good situation. That's all I'm gonna say.
You are.
I'm in a real good situation. So
I need those blessings too. I need those blessings just for some a woman to bless my food ministry. How about that? That's what I need right now.
Well, you gotta pray in position. Pray in position. That's all I was saying. You know, be specific of what you need. Because, like, to your latter point, I said, you know, God, I think even though it's not in your word, I think it's a sin for two people who don't know how to cook to be together. So
That's right. That's right. Both of them. Somebody needs to know how to cook. You need to be at least one person to know how to cook.
So that's why I knew in my dating pursuits, if you don't cook, we're not meant to be together. That's like, there's certain standards you got to have in place, you know, that are reasonable. Like, I didn't grow up learning how to cook because my mom, she was a stay-at-home mom. She was a domestic. So, you know, that wasn't what I had to learn to do. So God knew, look, this boy ain't going to learn how to cook. I knew how to survive when I had to live on my own. But where I am in my life now, I can't just live off survival because my health will mess up. You know what I'm saying? So I need somebody who can kind of help me with my health to make sure I'm eating right, not eating a whole lot of sodium and stuff that's going to make my blood pressure be out of whack and my blood sugar. So, you know, just like I said, that's the position piece that I'm talking about, Red. So pray and then position, know, you know, what you need and position yourself to be in good position to get what you need.
Sound like some good advice, man.
Yeah, I won't charge you for that on the air advice, but you know. But nevertheless, we want to thank everybody for watching episode 420. I hope everybody enjoyed 420. We look forward to have. Oh, there's a couple comments before we leave. Jerome said, Coach, he's talking about the collection plate, not the dinner plate. I see what you.
Jerome, I'm looking at the words with more than 2 syllables, and I'm glad.
Oh man, Jerome,
you already said something about her back earlier, so I excuse you for that, Mr. Spelling Bee.
Oh man, the president said the lady that fries the crispy, crunchy chicken at the BP on Cascade is available for you, Ray.
No.
Well, you crazy, man. Oh man, I think I'll pass on that one, President. I think it's another blessing for me. I hope.
Jerome said, Rev, the scripture says you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you with some vegetables and a walk. That's true, but I have not felt the Holy Spirit. I never said I can't cook. I don't believe I can cook. I don't cook, right? So that's why I said two people who don't cook. Well, I can't. I shouldn't have said can't cook. I don't cook, and I'm not a good cook. I'll put it that way. All right, so you're right. But
just break it down and say it like this. I am real. What am I doing in the kitchen? Come on now.
I got better things to do than be in the kitchen for 2 hours. That's what I'm saying. I got souls to be thinking about, not how I'm gonna say this chicken. All right, everybody, thanks so much for watching episode 420 of the Red and Red Sports Show. Hope you enjoyed it. We look forward to bringing to you 421 next week. Same Facebook page, same YouTube channel, same time. Peace and blessings, everybody. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Red, for helping us have a great show. And the president said this proves that Jesus is Chinese. Rock with me. On that note, we're out of here. Peace and love, everybody. Have a great week.
Oh, Lord.
Deuces.